How to influence someone's reality.
First word that comes to mind when I say used car salesman.
Pushy, aggressive.
Why did you come up with those words? Well, you had to access your previous experiences. That's how you perceive the reality. Well, how would I shift your reality? Because this is really what influence is about. But for example, if I were to tell you about my grandfather who was in Cuba before the Cuban Revolution, saw that it was coming, knew it wasn't good for his family, wrote a letter to the President of the United States and said, if you can get me and my family out of this country, I'll come in and fight for yours. And they pulled my grandfather out, my grandmother, my aunt, and my mother. He served 8 years in the American Armed Forces. After those 8 years, he finally landed in his American dream in Homestead, Florida. Now, if you know Homestead, Florida, it wasn't much there. And so his income, his American dream, was limited to how far he could walk. But there was somebody who believed in my grandfather and got him into an older vehicle, changing the ability to make an income and changing the trajectory of his life, my mother's life, and ultimately my life. But that person who believed in my grandfather was a used car salesman. So now, did that trigger any negative thoughts?
No.
And the reason it didn't is because I provided the frame first. If I follow that sequence, now all of a sudden I have a better chance of shifting your perception of things, which ultimately shifts reality.
Want the magic phrase frameworks that create instant credibility? Follow what you see on the screen to get my free influence playbook with 5 plug-and-play scripts based on neuroscience and ethical persuasion.